Good, happy Monday evening. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast. Let's get started. First up, charges dismissed against stepfather accused of killing Selena Cass. Let's take a listen to this video from WMUR News 9.
Is it possible to stop daily hair damage even before it happens? Dove proves it is. With these two delicate roses, one rose is treated with Dove. When exposed to the same level of damaging heat, the difference is clear. The rose not treated with Dove is dry and brittle. Dove fortifies by nourishing deeply and stops 90% of daily hair damage before it happens. Dove Intensive Repair.
Okay, we're here in docket number 4282016, CR 286, State of New Hampshire versus Wendell Noyes. And the matter before the court is a competency issue. And before I go on any further, I would ask counsel to identify themselves on the record, if you would.
Good afternoon, Judge. Jane Young for the State of New Hampshire, accompanied by Attorney Jeff Ward.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. I'm Attorney Justin Shepard for Wendell Noyes. With me is Attorney Rob Malone. She also represents Wendell.
Thank you. And the first matter to discuss is the parties have been working diligently this morning and this afternoon and have reached an agreement in the form of an order which the court just approved, as well as state proposed findings of fact and rulings of law which the court likewise approved. And these documents will be available to the press at the conclusion of this hearing. The parties also submitted a motion to unseal the arrest warrant affidavit, which the court just granted as well, and that affidavit will be available at the conclusion of this hearing. There is a motion to dismiss that was filed. Is that intended to be released to the press as well or not?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and the motion to dismiss was marked by the court moot, as the court ruled in such a fashion based on the fact that there was an agreed upon order submitted.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Do the parties have anything else they wish to take up with the court this afternoon?
State doesn't have anything, Your Honor.
Nothing further, Judge. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your patience. All right.
Okay, and that was raw video from the hearing today. Charges were dismissed Monday against a man accused of killing his stepdaughter in West Stewartstown more than 5 years ago. Wendell Noyes was charged with second-degree murder in the 2011 death of his 11-year-old stepdaughter, Selena Cass. The court ruled Monday that Noyes is not competent to stand trial and is not considered restorable, which means he won't be considered competent within the next year. Charges may be brought against Noyes in this case in the future if he is found competent. Noyes was arrested last June at the State Physical Hospital when he had been staying for about 6 months after being found incompetent to stand trial in a different case. After the arrest, Noyes was moved to a jail in West Stewartstown. He will be moved back to the State Physical Hospital indefinitely. Captured fugitive murder suspect is back in Massachusetts. The second suspect in a double murder in Peabody has returned to Massachusetts. Wes Daughtry was captured Friday in South Carolina. He was transported to the custody of Massachusetts officials Monday morning. Daughtry was escorted off a plane at Logan Airport by state police just before 5:30 p.m. Daughtry was wanted in connection with the murders of Jennifer O'Connor and Mark Greenlaw, who were found dead February 18th in a home on Farm Avenue in Peabody. He is also the suspect in a carjacking Wednesday night in Middletown, in which he drove the victim to Boston. The carjacking victim said during the trip, Daughtry told the victim he killed a couple because they gave heroin to his godfather. Daughtry was arrested while panhandling in the parking lot of a fast food restaurant along Highway 9 in Spartanburg, South Carolina. The vehicle stolen in the carjacking was recovered in a parking lot nearby. Another suspect in the murders, Michael Hebe, was ordered held without bail on Tuesday. Daughtry is scheduled to be arraigned on 2 counts of first-degree murder in Peabody District Court on Tuesday, according to the Essex District Attorney's Office. Report of man with gun prompts lockdown in Gorham. Let's take a listen to this video from WMTW News 8, Kyle Jones.
To stop daily hair damage even before it happens? Dove proves it is. With these 2 delicate roses, one rose is treated with Dove. When exposed to the same level of damaging heat, the difference is clear. The rose not treated with Dove is dry and brittle. Dove fortifies by nourishing deeply and stops 90% of daily hair damage before it happens. Dove Intensive Repair.
Search for a man with a rifle, but in the end, he couldn't be found.
There's no report of a specific threat, just somebody with a rifle.
Gorham police getting a call just after 10 this morning for a man in camo walking around with a rifle.
Good news of this is we only got a report from one person. This isn't, multiple people didn't see this.
The chief saying teams were still responding appropriately.
We did lock the doors. I made sure that my customers were, safe and good.
Local businesses going into lockdown as well as area schools.
So initially we weren't sure what was going on, so it was a full lockdown, but that only lasted for maybe about 10 minutes.
Superintendent Heather Perry crediting the police for keeping the schools aware of what's happening, allowing them to scale back to a soft lockdown as the search continued. Officials eventually calling off the search just before 12:30.
There was no sign that they were even outside anywhere. We checked the snow. There were no tracks in the snow. Again, no other indications that there was actually somebody there.
Still, people here happy about how things turned out.
I feel good about how quickly the responders handled things.
Teams saying that, of course, it's better to be safe than sorry. In Gorham, Kyle Jones, WMTW News 8.
Okay, and there you go on that report. Markets are being to brace for March Fed rate hike. Just as Washington is gearing up to goose the economy, the Federal Reserve could be teeing up an interest rate increase that could put a damper on things. How Best Picture Oscar snuff unfolded. The ending shocked even hardened Hollywood veterans. Minutes after La La Land was mistakenly announced as Best Picture winner at the Oscars, the award went to the cast and crew behind the indie film Moonlight, a moment that drew a dumb gasp and had everyone asking what happened. Here's a full breakdown of the dramatic Best Picture mix-up. Presenters Faye Dunaway and Warren Beatty take the stage to announce the Best Picture nominee. Betty opens the envelope, takes out the card, and appears to look inside the envelope for another card. He smiles, pauses, and says, and the Academy Award, then pauses again. He looks back down at the card before saying, for the Best Picture, you're impossible, come on, Dunaway says, and Betty pauses. The card passes the card to her. She glances at the card and announces La La Land. After La La Land team members embraced, they head to the stage to accept the biggest award of the night. Moonlight director Barry Jenkins later told reporters backstage, I think all the movies that were nominated were worthy, so I accepted the result. I applauded like everyone else. I noticed the commotion that was happening and thought something strange had occurred, he said. La La Land producer Jordan Hensworthy, holding the Oscar and envelope on stage, begins to accept his speech. Behind Harzy, people began to realize something is amiss when an Oscar producer walks on stage. Berge concluded his acceptance speech, turns to the people behind him, and then turns back to the mic saying, we lost, by the way. And that does it for the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your Monday night. Good night, everyone. Bye.